All right, let's talk about Darius Days.
I want some rest. Are we having fun yet?
All right, so as you guys know, I've been very adamant on wanting the San Antonio Spurs to grab Darius Days, and I think that this is a good opportunity to do so. Now, will it happen? I have no idea. As you guys know, we have one two-way contract left. Barlow has the other, and then Joe Weezy, we don't know if he's going to get it or they're just going to straight up sign him directly to the team. It's not 100% clear at this moment, but I do believe that the San Antonio Spurs are going to make some trades and they're going to have a spot open nonetheless. And I think Darius Days is the perfect guy to kind of bring in. So there's one thing in particular I want to talk about, that's this Q&A that I was just like, yeah, I can see that. But before we do that, Tom Orsborn, big shout out to him. I absolutely love these quotes, by the way. Apparently, Darius Days is really getting along with a lot of the teammates on the Summer League, and he's a player that he's going to make you laugh, and that's always good. We already know Sohan's kind of a jokester, if you will, but apparently Darius Days is that as well. So putting together a piece on Darius Days and the competition for the Spurs' other two-way contract that will be online later today. He's a character, and this is a couple days ago, by the way. He's a character. Fellow undrafted rookie Jordan Hall told me after practice this morning, always upbeat, always making people laugh. And then as you can see here, this is what Malachi Branham had to say about him. I can just look at him and start laughing. So apparently he is a jokester. He's somebody that's very good at communicating with other teammates and making friends. Okay, he's a friend maker. All right, but that's not what I want to talk about. Okay, that's just like a side note. All right, this is what I want to talk about. So this is actually a Q&A he did before the draft. And I'll be honest, I was actually shocked that he went undrafted. I really thought that he would go in the second round because there's a few players that got drafted that I think he deserved it over, but that's besides the point. I won't go into that. All right, let's dive into this. So they asked him, who is the one player you model your game after the most? He said, I say Draymond and PJ Tucker. Draymond because I'm 6'7" guy who can shoot the three ball and go out there and guard 1 through 5. He does all the little things to help his team win. I feel like without Draymond, a lot of things wouldn't move as smoothly. I think to live up to that comparison, there's some things I have to work on. Definitely getting more comfortable bringing the ball up and making split-second decisions. PJ Tucker, it's almost the same thing, shooting and spacing the floor. He's also very solid on the defensive end as well. I like the way they carry themselves and the heart they play with. So I definitely see this, okay? I see the PJ Tucker comparison as well. Now, some people might say that or see this and say Draymond can't shoot, but everything else that Draymond does, I've seen some snippets of that from Darius Days. Like, he brings the intangibles, he makes the right play. He's a very smart player, and he kind of lets the game come to him. And that's the same thing as Draymond. Draymond always kind of allowed the game to come to him. He plays defense first and foremost. He brings the intangibles first and foremost, and then everything else just kind of bleeds into each other. And I definitely see that. Honestly, I really do see that. PJ Tucker, that's another one that I think is a pretty good comparison due to his three-point shooting ability. But man, I really do believe, as it stands right now, I've been so adamant on the Spurs trying to find the it guy that I haven't even really thought about the other pieces right now. It's like, I just need my star. I just want my Spurs to find their superstar. But the other pieces are important. The other guys are important, and you're not going to be able to do anything if you don't have those role players set in stone that can bring those intangibles to your team that can kind of help you. And honestly, I don't think that the Golden State Warriors would have won as many of these championships without Draymond. I just don't see it. Even this past championship, I'm sorry, while Draymond Green didn't play phenomenal offensively, he made some key passes, he made some really good screens, and he played some really good defense for them to win that championship. So I definitely see the comparisons to Draymond Green. The only reason I didn't really make that comparison is because the three-point shooting, as many people will say. But other than that, yeah, I definitely see it. So I just love this so much. I read through this, and that was kind of the one thing I wanted to key in on, because the fact that he looks up to Draymond Green and PJ Tucker, and he plays very similar to them as far as what he can bring to our basketball squad, I think that that's great. I think that means that he's very self-aware, and he knows what type of player he is. And there's a lot of players that aren't self-aware. Shade and Sharp. Anyways, I'll get with you guys later. If you want to support the channel, it's only $2 per month. Patreon, YouTube links below. But yeah, let me know what you think of this. I think it's pretty cool. But I'll get with you guys later. Till next time. Deuces.